Welcome back to another episode of 50 Shades of NBA podcast. I'm Nathan.
I'm Trey.
And today is our Marcus Camby episode
Our
29.
Jackson episode.
Yeah, you know what? That works too.
It works just as well.
Does it?
No.
All right, I was going to say, I like Camby a little more value on that
No
name.
more value.
As
Shout
of
out
right
Paul
now.
Silas.
Yep, shout out Paul Silas.
As our recent guest found for us.
Uh-huh. And speaking of our guest, we have the pleasure of introducing our bracket winner from the March Madness tournament, Lincoln. I'll let you introduce yourself. Welcome to the show.
It's great to be on here. My name is Lincoln Bernhard. I'm from South Dakota. You reach South Dakota to be exact. And it's just great to be on the show.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we're excited to have you out.
We're excited. He's also, Lincoln, you're going in a little bit blind here. We normally go off a spreadsheet and we'll just kind of give the topic and give some thought process behind it or some suggestions around it. So.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Yeah. I mean, the first thing we got here, the Blazers looking to likely trade their lottery pick.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
That one?
My thought process.
Okay.
1 second.
I was like,
Lincoln, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself, a little bit
there
about
we
your
go.
history? I
was
felt like
like
something was off, and I'm like, I don't know what it is.
yeah,
I
give
didn't
us
want
your
to go on
background.
too long, but I'll do a little bit of an intro here. So
Perfect.
right now I'm training in Arizona right now to train for my first season of professional basketball. I've been injured for a little bit. I had 3 hip surgeries and just went through 2 torn labrums in both my shoulders. But right now I'm in Arizona just training, trying to get a shot at hopefully a G League team or some team overseas. And it's just been a grind out here. Just been pretty much all work, but taking some time off real quick to hop on the 50 Shades of NBA show.
Appreciate
Excellent.
it. Real quick with that process, and it obviously sounds like it's been a long time coming for you. What's been the most challenging aspect of that for you?
I think the most challenging was during my shoulder injuries, I could not really shoot a basketball properly. It was kind of a Markel Fultz type of thing, where I really had to rebuild my shot from the ground up. I felt like it was almost a 2-year process where I had to kind of teach myself how to shoot again, how to regain strength in my shoulders. And I feel like, honestly, my shot is better than it's ever been.
That's awesome.
Ever since that 2-year process.
Trey?
No, that's pretty much, I mean, you covered it. Lincoln, you did a great job introducing yourself.
Yeah, much appreciated.
I know you, from our conversations we've had, you played D2 basketball in South Dakota.
Yep.
You entered the draft or the G League draft? I can't remember.
So we can't really enter the G League draft. You have to go through the NBA. So I was actually the only D2 underclassman, only D2 product as an underclassman to enter the 2020 NBA draft.
Got it. Yeah, so, I mean, you clearly have, like, the love for basketball. I'm assuming you know ball, just based off of that.
Given your profession, aspirations.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for you to give us your thoughts based on 2 people who have not played professional basketball or even collegiate basketball
at that level whatsoever.
So we're excited to hear your opinions here on this.
Absolutely.
If you want to,
I appreciate that. Hopefully, I can get some good takes here.
Yeah.
Or the audience is happy themselves.
Some hot takes are okay too. You know,
hot takes they're welcome.
Oh, definitely, sure.
All right, Nathan, if you want to launch back into your Trailblazers discussion.
Yeah. So recent news, the Blazers are looking to trade the lotto pick, which they've found themselves in due to a very underwhelming season.
Consistently underwhelming. Fair enough.
Instead,
unless they get the first overall pick, they're trading it, which means even if they end up with the scoot level pick, they're trading it, which is crazy to me.
I mean, as of like a couple days ago, Damian Lillard, he was like, I don't want to go with the route of drafting these young guys. He wants another star alongside of him. So with that, if they could package wherever they do end up, or if it's not number 1, it makes sense. I don't know who they'd get back.
Trae Young?
You like Trae Young and Damian Lillard alongside?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I personally don't.
That
But that's
either.
the best star on the market.
Yeah, right now anyways. We'll see what the offseason shows because it's always something crazy. But
someone demands a trade.
Absolutely.
Lincoln, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. If you were running the Trailblazers, what do you think about Damian Lillard not holding the team hostage, but the team wanting to continuously build around him and having new teams around him all the time?
I think Dame's done more than enough for the organization. He's been very patient compared to a lot of the modern NBA stars you see today. He's really wanted to represent the city of Portland, try to stay there, try to keep everything homegrown. But I feel like he kind of needs to demand more from the front office because, I mean, let's be real here. Blazers aren't in the playoffs this year.
Yep.
So I think he really does need to demand some type of deal or have some type of free agent acquisition for him to stay in Portland.
That's totally fair. Is there anyone that you think that the Blazers could be targeting in this kind of situation, or that you would target if you were the Blazers? Well,
I know you guys threw out Trae Young, and I don't know how that would fit two ball dominant guards, two more undersized guards. I don't know how that would fit. I'm thinking more of a swing man, more of a player. I don't know. Put me on the spot here. I don't know what the free agent class is like right now. I don't know what the Blazers salary cap situation is like.
Salary cap situation is poor. Very bad.
For what?
Is very bad right now for the Blazers.
Okay. I'm thinking, I don't know. I feel like if Dame wants to be in that win now mode, he is in his 30s now. I'd say he might have to pull a Kyrie and demand a trade.
Yeah, I mean, it's either someone demands a trade in the offseason, right? And the Blazers emerge as a suitor, or it's Dame has to go through another season of not really having that co-star, because if no one demands a trade, he's not really going to be able to go out and sign those level of players, at least with the current cap situation.
I feel like Dame's still at his peak right now. Dame is still in his prime. I mean, you see how he was this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think if the Blazers as a team performed a little bit better, I wouldn't be opposed to Damian Lillard getting MVP conversations or consideration.
Scored 30 a game.
Yeah. No, I mean, we talked about a little, like a week or two ago, just about the idea of the Blazers shutting him down for the rest of the season. And you brought up his ridiculous, I don't know, win share percentage or something like that. But they're almost, it was double or triple. I don't even know.
They were winning like 10%, one in every 10 games without Dame, they would win. And it was about half and half with Dame winning. With Dame
and to do that with the team that is currently around him is ridiculous and just shows how incredible he is as a player. And he needs someone else right there with him.
He does, because Simons really didn't take that leap that we wanted him to this year for Dame. And then Shadon Sharp, who I'm absolutely in love with, I think is one of the biggest
bright
steals.
Future. Yeah.
You can't wait around for him to develop with Dame going, I want to win now. I want to win now.
Yeah, because I mean, he's against the clock right now. He's in his 30s, and unless he has a LeBron-like career, which it's literally only LeBron to be doing what he's doing at his age, like, you got to get it done. And looking at the free agents, I know we talked about it just a second ago. It's Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Chris Middleton, Kyrie, Kristaps, D'Lo, Kevin Love, Nikola Vucevic.
It is not good.
No, not the most flashy free agency.
I think Vuce is the most realistic target for the Blazers if they were somehow able to free up.
And they still have Nurkic too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just have a team where you're paying a lot of good players to be around a great player who don't mesh very well.
Yeah.
I said this with the Simons deal when it was signed, that it didn't make a lot of sense to trade CJ McCollum and replace him with Anthony Simons, who is just a slightly higher ceiling CJ McCollum, in my opinion.
I know, to me, it seems like that specifically is more so just a lateral move, and you just want to get younger for the future because you don't know what if Dame does demand a trade, whatever. That's what it feels like to me. But
yeah. Lincoln, anything you want to add to this Dame debate into his MVP consideration or anything like that?
So I did hear James Harden. I think I'd say the only reason for Dame to stay is if they do acquire James Harden. But with that salary cap situation and James Harden, I mean, he led the league in assists this past season.
Yep.
I'm thinking he would want to go for that max deal, right?
Yeah, I mean, his projected right now is looking like 42. So
James Harden's going to get an absolute max from most likely the Sixers because Daryl Morey loves him. Philadelphia loves him. The other name that always is thrown around with James Harden is the Houston Rockets for whatever reason.
Yep.
But they're figuring out a whole new coaching staff. They're figuring out all these other things.
I don't know why you'd want to go into that if you're Harden.
I mean, he's a fan of the city. I know that. I know he likes
yes, he does.
Extracurricular activities out there.
Big fan of the nightlife. Big fan of the nightlife.
But again, I mean, if James Harden's going to leave Philadelphia, it would be for a city like Houston, not for a city like Portland. That being said, Portland, if you are looking for a I don't know, maybe a younger guy to develop. I got this guy Lincoln, who you guys might want to start. Maybe have Jeremy Grant mentor him.
There you go.
Have some Shaden Sharp little buddy action there.
I mean, I'm open to anything. I know they are one of two franchises that doesn't have a G League squad, so who knows? Maybe they might just call me up.
Yeah,
I like it.
Give you a two-way, have you play. I think doesn't their G League players now go to Sacramento? I think.
I think I know for the Suns they have Ish Wainwright in a two-way deal, and I think what he does, I think he can play in half the games for the Suns, but he's with the team 24/7 because the Suns don't have a G League affiliate anymore. I did talk to the GM of the Northern Arizona Suns, but then about 2 weeks later they actually got sold over to Detroit.
Oh, damn.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, listen, Portland, give my man here, give him a deal. Minimum deal, let him prove himself. He's got it.
Mm-hmm. If not Portland, then Indiana.
Lincoln, we're hyping you up. Indiana, Coach Mike, you might be listening. Just come check him out.
Yeah.
Hey, anyway, even Mexico City has a G League squad. I'd be down to go to Mexico for sure.
That's awesome.
That's right. I always forget that.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, that'd be sick.
We're plugging you in as many places as we can, Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
For all dozens of our listeners.
Yeah. Number will grow.
I mean, if we have any burner accounts watching, like any secret NBA GMs or scouts, you never know.
Mm-hmm. We'll find a way. I can force. I'll fight into their office and be like, sign Lincoln. I'll hold like a framed photo of you at them.
I mean, start the move. Go ahead.
Start the move. I got you. Lincoln, I will make your fan club on Twitter.
That's what's up. Account will be started after this podcast
you
is done.
You have lost out the behind you, I think.
Yeah.
Got you.
I love it.
Yeah, well, that's about all I got for the Blazers.
Yeah. The next thing we have on our list is someone, John Hollinger. Yeah. He came out and said that Bronny reminds him a lot of Gary Harris.
Which is, I feel like, so that statement right there was more disrespectful to Gary Harris, not for any other reason than everyone now thinks Gary Harris is trash because they don't know his name. Gary Harris is a solid 3-and-D guy. He getting paid $14 million this year by the Orlando Magic. That's crazy.
He had good years in Denver.
He had good years in Denver. He didn't go to that star level that they wanted him to, but he was very good. Super great defensive player, super great three-point shooter, knows his role.
Yeah.
That being said, I think Bronny's probably a little bit better than Gary Harris.
I think he has a higher ceiling. Absolutely.
I think right now.
Right now?
I have no.
I mean, LeBron did say that he thinks Bronny is better than a lot of players that are on the court right now. So
that's his son.
Maybe Gary Harris is included in that bunch.
Be disrespectful to Gary Harris.
You know, maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
But Lincoln, what are your thoughts just initially on that and just Bronny in general as a prospect?
And the whole James family, if you want. We can always throw that.
A whole lot of people have these draft comparisons, and I mean these high school to pro or college to pro comparisons. And I feel like Gary Harris isn't as disrespectful as a lot of people think because, I mean, look at him. He spent he's been in the league for about a decade now, right?
Yeah.
I think it's probably that 2013 or 14 draft class.
I believe he was in 2013.
You said 13 or 14? I
think 13.
So, that's actually spot on there. But yeah, Gary Harris, I feel like he doesn't get the respect. A lot of the mainstream NBA fans just don't give him the respect he deserves. I mean, having a career like that spans a decade is a huge accomplishment. So if Bronny does spend 10 years in the NBA, I mean, that's a win on its own right there.
It is. It absolutely is.
But I feel like LeBron might take that kind of as an insult because he feels like Bronny might be the shorter version of him, like the point guard version of LeBron.
That's totally fair. I do have a question for you, Lincoln. If you had to give yourself an NBA player comparison, who would it be?
So it's funny you asked that. I was actually thinking someone was going to ask me that question.
It's me.
So one of my friends who's huge into basketball, one day he said, you know what? You play like Paul Zipser, this old Bulls player back in like 2018, Paul Zipser. And I watched his highlight reel, and I thought, you know what? He's 100% right. Paul Zipser.
I know that name.
That's my comparison, Paul Zipser.
I love that.
If he can make it, you can make it, you know?
That's true. And he made it out of Germany. He was this unknown guy, and he just suddenly was on the Bulls, and he was draining threes. Like, I remember watching one of the game highlights, and I think he hit 7 threes in the game. Wow. Yeah,
career 33% shooter from beyond the arc.
You said 33?
33.5.
Hopefully I have more than, because I'm more of a shooter myself.
Okay.
I kind of pride myself on being a 3-point specialist. So
That's
hopefully
awesome.
I can get more than 33. But shout out to Paul Zipser still.
Shout out to Paul Zipser. This is very on brand for our podcast, Lincoln. I don't know if you've listened to enough to know that how much we shout out random players we like, but Paul Zipser is now going to be in the Hall of Fame of this.
He's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, if there was an option for a Paul Zipser jersey, I would take that as the prize for the bracket.
That's really cool.
A 2018 Chicago Bulls Paul Zipser.
Ooh.
We'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out just in case, and we'll let you know if we find one.
All right, sounds good.
Game worn.
Game
But,
worn would be crazy.
Similar to a player that, what was your question, Trey? Totally. forgot.
His player comparison.
Yeah, your player comparison. Who's a player that you try to model your game after that's either in the league right now or retired?
I would say I try to model my game after Mike Miller, another South Dakota native. He's someone I really looked up to growing up because he was the only guy that I've seen through elementary school, middle school, high school. He's just been consistent. He went out game on his own terms. And it feels like we kind of have similar games. We're both the same height. We're both 6'7".
Okay.
And we're both 3-point specialists. So I feel like, if anything, I want to model my game after Mike Miller.
That's awesome.
That's a good player. If I'm crazy, I might be crazy. Didn't Mike Miller win Rookie of the Year?
He might have. I know that there's this restaurant in Aberdeen, South Dakota that I went to. They had a signed Mike Miller number 50 Orlando Magic jersey. And I think that must have been his rookie team. I think he might have won Rookie of the Year. I'm check right now. My computer's right in front of me.
Yeah, I pulled it up. Mike Miller, 2000-2001 Rookie of the Year.
Let's go.
05-06, he was the sixth man of the year and 2-time NBA champ.
Lincoln, that's what we want for you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
You got to come
I
in.
actually do have, since I was a Wolves fan pretty much from birth, I do have a Mike Miller jersey.
That's awesome.
Still in my closet to this day from
That is
probably
awesome.
back in 2009. Still fits me.
That's pretty fantastic. That's
Probably
pretty
my favorite
fantastic.
jersey, actually, my entire collection, just because he's from South Dakota.
Mhm.
I get it. That's totally fair, man. Most of my jerseys that I have are definitely smaller role players that I like a lot on my teams.
Yep, that's definitely true.
I mean, that's where to go. That's where to go for jersey collection.
It really is. I think the next jersey I really wanted is a Kirk Heinrich jersey. Because he was
Kirk Heinrich out of Iowa.
Yeah, from Sioux City, Iowa, where I grew up. So that would be my big connection to Kirk Heinrich.
So actually, Kirk Heinrich, he actually set a record for South Dakota. He bought the biggest, most expensive house in South Dakota history, or at least in Sioux Falls history, I think.
That's
I think
right.
He still lives there.
Yeah, he lives up in Sioux Falls, and then he has a apartment in, let's see if I can remember, Dakota Dunes, I think. Or he has a place in Dakota Dunes as well.
Dakota Dunes. That's right on the border, right?
Yep. Yep.
Very nice.
That's what's up.
I honestly, when you first messaged us on through our email, I was so shocked to see University of Sioux Falls. It absolutely blew my mind. I was like, no one's from my area. So that was a very cool moment for me. So just want to give you a shout out for that.
Ken, shout out to USF. I know I wasn't there for a long time, but it was a great school. During my short time there, it was a great school. Great facilities too.
I guess really quick, because now I'm interested. Were you zoned in or zeroed in on Sioux Falls, or what other options or colleges were you exploring?
So I took a visit out to Drake University over the summer. I was unsigned the summer going into my freshman year of college.
Yeah.
And it seemed like I would either walk on to Drake, or if they had one open scholarship, I'd take that scholarship. But then their coaching staff changed. Their entire coaching staff got let go.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought in their guys. So Drake was out of the picture then. So I drove across the country, and I was working out for all these schools. One out in Mississippi, a D1 school out in Mississippi, Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And some D2 schools like St. Cloud State, Black Hills State. I visited USF. And at the end of the day, I just thought, I think USF would be the best fit.
Mm-hmm. Right on. So another spin-off question with that. When you made that selection, did you what factors played into that? Like coaching, culture, school
Our proximity to
location?
home was a big one for sure.
Okay.
And also the win now, I think if I played for a smaller D1 school, there's obviously no chance of winning a national title. And I felt like if I was at USF, we'd have a shot at winning a national title. We had some real good talent coming in from the JUCO ranks.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I think we had either 3 or 4 guys besides myself who went pro.
Damn.
on that team.
That's very cool.
Which
That's
was
awesome.
not really a common thing for an NSIC school
Yeah.
of the conference. So I remember when I took my first official visit was to Minot State in North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
And
Got a couple
they
buddies out
said,
there.
the head coach said, what do you want to do in the future if you do go to Minot? Like, what would you do in the future after you graduate? And I said, I want to play pro basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that's almost unheard of for our program. We've only had 2 guys in our entire history make it to the pro level. So it wasn't really the answer I wanted to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely took that into account.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Nathan, with some solid questions over here on the right.
You know what?
Yeah, great questions, actually.
Look at you.
Appreciate it.
Look at you.
Probably have more to come as this goes on.
Yeah, Nathan's going to keep having random questions. I love it.
Yeah, I'll just interject. Guys, stop what you're talking about. Quick question for you. But,
yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. Moving on, though, we alluded to it kind of talking before, but Trae Young, he's been kind of a topic for being traded this offseason. And I just want your thoughts, Lincoln, really fast. Do you think it's too soon to move on from a guy like Trae Young? And we put out on our Twitter earlier in this week because I believe he's shown flashes of being a centerpiece for an organization, and maybe it just takes a little more investment and building the right roster around him. But do you think it's wise for the Hawks to move on from a guy like Trae Young, and do you think he still is that type of player to be a centerpiece on maybe a championship level team?
I feel like Trey's only, I think, 24 or 25, but I feel like he's kind of already hit his peak. I mean, he still will play at this level for at least another 5-6 years, 5-6 seasons. But I feel like we've seen the best of Trae Young already when the Hawks went to the Eastern Conference Finals. I feel like there's no real upward trajectory that Trae could have after that season.
So do you see him more as a number 1 or as a number 2, or maybe like the 1A, 1B situation we see in Boston right now?
I feel like he still could be the top guy somewhere. I feel like just the scoring threat he has, he could be the top guy. But defense, I see the defense as a little bit of an issue.
Definitely a liability.
And I wasn't really a fan of when the Hawks drafted DeJounte Murray, just because I thought, I don't know how 2 ball dominant guards would fit on that team. I mean, they went 500, but their expectations were to go, I think, at least a 4 or 5 seed in the East. And right now they're willing to play, and I see they're up 6 right now versus Miami.
Okay.
So you never know.
Damn. Earlier I thought the Heat would win in that matchup.
You said Heat Bulls?
Yeah, I said Heat Bulls.
I said Hawks. I said Hawks Raptors.
Yep. So we are polar opposites on that. I guess looking at the other game, the Bulls and Toronto, who do you think will come out victorious? Oh, that was
talking to me?
Yeah, my bad. That was for you.
Oh, my bad.
You can't just look at him, Nathan. It's a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my fault. No, you're good. But I would say between Bulls and Toronto, I'd go with. So the Raptors have the home game. They have home court advantage, right?
Yep.
I'd have to go with Toronto here. I think I feel like Toronto is better than what their record says. They have the talent, but they just don't know how to put it all together. I feel like one big game from Siakam or Van Vliet would set the Raptors up to play the winner of, or no, it'd be the loser of Miami versus Atlanta, right?
Yep.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think Toronto could actually make it as the 8th seed. I think I won't be surprised if I see Toronto as the 8th seed.
Okay.
I wouldn't be either. I do want to let you know, just for future reference, Nathan does not know ball.
Man.
Oh, really?
Man.
Knows no
Trey's
ball.
just slandering me. Just slander.
Getting him.
We'll see.
I mean, you have to let him say something about that.
Yeah. I mean, I disagree. We have a lot of similar viewpoints on ball, and this is just not one of them. The play-in tournament as a whole is not one of them because you also said the Thunder and Pelicans. We both had the Thunder coming out of that.
Yeah, we did.
But then you had Thunder over the Wolves, which maybe I'm too bought in with Minnesota and I want to see it work because I'm a Jazz fan and I want Rudy to still succeed. And I chose the Wolves in that matchup, but that's another one we disagreed on. And I don't know, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, we differ in opinions every now and then, but I respectfully decline that comment. And
if you want to hear Nathan not know ball, listen to last week's episode and the Damian Lillard section.
I'm still standing by that, bro.
It was the wrong take mathematically.
Standing
Statistically disproven.
Yeah, I don't know. I said the week before or the week before that, I was like, to me, it doesn't really matter for the Trailblazers to shut down Dame because they just haven't performed well all year. And Dame obviously is a guy who wants to be there night in, night out. So
very true.
You might as well just let him play. But
overall, didn't really affect much.
Yeah.
Didn't really affect much.
Is what it
but
is.
I would say, as someone who grew up a Wolves fan for pretty much my entire life, I'd say the franchise is done. I think it's cooked. I think they've given up their entire future besides Anthony Edwards. I think it's going to go down as one of the worst trades of the 2020s.
Certainly looking like that
it's
right
real
now.
bad. It's that one and the James Harden, Ben Simmons swap. That's really looking bad.
But yeah, both of those were terrible. And I think it felt like for both of those deals, it felt like most people kind of knew what was going to be going down after those trades.
Yeah. You just look at the
Gobert one. It feels like a lot of Wolves fans just weren't really satisfied. Okay, we got Rudy Gobert, but we gave up 4 or 5 first-round picks. We gave up Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley. And then for them to give up D'Angelo Russell, who's still really young, 26, for an old Mike Conley, thinking that they're going to be in win-now mode. I just don't get the logic of that front office at all.
I don't either, honestly, especially with the D'Lo trade. It's especially weird because of how close him and Karl-Anthony Towns are as friends, and like how big of a deal it was for D'Lo. Like Cat's like, get me D'Lo from the Warriors. I want to play with D'Lo. And then he gets there and the Warriors just unceremoniously ship him out because they got Anthony Edwards and they could get a veteran point guard. I just didn't understand the thought process behind it. The T-Wolves are a weirdly run organization,
to say the least.
I mean, since the David Kahn days, I remember the infamous day where the Wolves picked Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio over Steph Curry. And that would have changed.
So many
They picked two different point guards back to back over what would have been one of the greatest point guards of all time.
Yeah.
Man who revolutionized
I was a really big
the game.
believer in Johnny Flynn, though.
You were?
I mean, he had a solid career. He had actually his rookie year. I think he made all-rookie first team, but I think he only played 3 total seasons in the league and then never played basketball again.
If I'm not crazy, he got into some kind of I think he got into a motor vehicle accident. If I'm not crazy, if I'm remembering things,
maybe. I think it sounds familiar.
It sounds super familiar. I feel like it was like a motorcycle accident or something, and that's why he didn't play. I'll let Nathan talk for a second. I'll look that up.
Yeah, appreciate
I'll fact check myself.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, so kind of circling back here to the Trae Young trade. Do you think where do you think the most likely landing spot would be for Trae Young? Lincoln, sorry.
I'd say for Trae Young, I feel like the Hawks would want to keep him on.
Yeah.
Just because he was the face of that franchise.
Yep.
And just a season ago, or 2 seasons ago, they were in the Eastern Conference Finals. So I think it's going to take a lot for the Hawks to give up Trae. I think it would have to be, I mean, you saw what the Wolves gave up for Gobert.
Yep.
Now I think NBA front offices are realizing that they can get a ton of picks for a strong player.
Yeah, there's definitely been a precedent.
Trae Young, I'm thinking that they would try to get at least 3 or 4 first rounders.
You kind of have to after your DeJounte Murray trade where you sent that much out.
Yep.
That's true.
That being said, I have no idea what I was talking about with the Johnny Flynn thing. I have no
car crash.
I don't think so. I think I'm just crazy.
Well, that's good for him. Yeah.
I don't remember any. I don't think he got in trouble with the law or anything. I think he just kind of disappeared.
I think
that's
so.
how I remember it.
Unfortunate.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm pulling that from. If there's another NBA point guard who got into a car accident that derailed his career, let me know. Let me know who I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah.
Mark Jackson. I'm thinking. It was Jay Williams. Jay Williams.
Oh,
right?
Jay Will.
I'm thinking of another ESPN analyst. So I said Mark Jackson. Jay Williams. He got into a car crash. That he was a top-rated player coming out of Duke.
Yep.
He was a high first-round pick, but never reached his potential because of that car crash.
That must be what I'm thinking of. That makes sense. That makes sense. That sounds a lot more correct.
I like it.
Jason Williams was still that guy.
He was. Jay Will. Love that man.
Love that guy.
Not Jason Williams. Jay Williams.
Yeah, Jay
Williams.
No,
What did I say?
You said Jason Williams.
No, okay, yeah, Jay Williams.
There we go.
I'm out of it.
We're
today.
all on the same page.
It's almost finals week, Nathan.
You're right.
I got to be out of it a little bit.
Fair enough. We got 2 weeks.
Man, now I don't know ball. Whoa.
Yeah, next thing we have here on our list is, well, the Minnesota Timberwolves and Rudy Gobert and Kyle Anderson, their altercation a couple days ago.
Yep.
And which led to a team suspension, 1-game suspension for Rudy Gobert, which consequently comes in the play-in tournament against the Lakers.
Yes, sir.
And Draymond Green gave a really, I thought, interesting take, given him and Draymond and Rudy's relationship. And he said he wasn't necessarily like mad at Gobert punching Anderson, but just the time and setting of when it occurred is so costly. He alluded to like things like chemistry, team chemistry, that's so detrimental, especially ahead of a play-in game that you need to, it's win or go home pretty much. Granted, they'll have another opportunity if they do lose, but still, like, if you have a guy like Rudy Gobert who's not going to be a presence on that court when you have to match up against Anthony Davis, who's been playing out of his mind, that's so troublesome.
It is very dangerous.
Yeah. Draymond essentially was saying, like, I get it if another man called me, a bitch, then I'd defend myself. And there's a lot of ego and pride that comes into that. So I'd swing back. But yeah. Trey, your thoughts really quick?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with Draymond because obviously he knows more than I do.
Yeah.
I think it's a little like, I struggle to have Rudy Gobert ever be a likable player in my brain.
Okay.
Cause he really,
you're definitely not alone in that.
He, like, for the majority of NBA fans, I feel like most people aren't Rudy Gobert fans.
Yeah.
Jazz players or Jazz fans aside, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what do you know about Rudy Gobert? Oh, he
COVID. Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. And then, people will be like, oh, great shot blocker. Doesn't do anything in the playoffs. That's another big worrisome thing. So, Lincoln, I'm curious to see how you feel about the whole situation, how you feel about Rudy Gobert and his game.
I feel like that whole situation where the whole Rudy Gobert punch just summed up the Timberwolves franchise as a whole. I think it just seems like the team's falling apart. I know the rumors that Kyle Anderson and Gobert had some beef going back way before this incident.
Yeah.
And you might have not caught this, but Taurean Prince shoved Gobert.
I did see that.
Right after Gobert threw that punch. So I think there is beef in that locker room that is unsolved. And I think this is a terrible look going into the play-in game. I think the Lakers are going to win by at least double digits. Mm-hmm. I feel like the Wolves they ruined their franchise.
They did.
I feel.
Just shooting themselves in the foot.
They really are.
Yeah. Now, it definitely isolates Rudy going into what they're trying to do a postseason run. It isolates him from the rest of the team. And granted, I've never played basketball at that elite of a level, but I am a member of the lacrosse team here at UD. And I just know if we had something like that in the game and where people could see, that would be so detrimental. And one, our coach would get on us ASAP. We'd probably start running as the game's going on. But two, the next day at practice is going to be miserable.
I feel like having so many egos in the locker room just is a recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm.
You have to learn how to kind of balance those egos out, play together as a team. But for two veterans, two players, I think about to be hitting 30 years old, they're supposed to be the examples for the younger guys.
Yeah.
For them to be fighting like this, it's just unreal. I mean, I'm sure my cousins who have also been diehard Wolves fans just saw that and thought, that's just Minnesota sports. And in general, that's just the way it goes. It seems like Minnesota sports have the worst luck.
No, it's fair. That's fair.
It's totally fair. I don't know. Rudy Gobert, I struggle to like him ever.
Mm-hmm.
I struggle to be a fan of the Timberwolves because of how poorly they're run. I mean, I used to blame the Knicks. I used to have the Knicks as like my number one worst run franchise.
Okay.
Consistently.
Not bad.
But I really think it might be the Timberwolves right now. I really think it might. And I know your least liked front office is definitely the Lakers from how often you go in on Rob Pelinka.
Yeah, I slander Pelinka a lot. Wasn't pleased with how he handled the offseason. He's done well.
He's done
Trade
well
deadline,
since.
he definitely
improved that team.
Yeah, he definitely did. So I got to give him props to that. And Lakers are clicking right now at the best time you can be.
Absolutely.
So I'll give him his flowers on that one, but could have done it earlier.
All right, guys. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, of course.
But I have to get going here.
No worries, Lincoln. No worries.
Thanks for everything. Hopefully I'm getting an episode maybe in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a pleasure talking with you.
You can come on anytime you want. Just let us know.
Yeah, your insight, your perspective was awesome.
Thank you both for having me.
Of course.
And see you soon.
Yep. You have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Yeah, that was Lincoln. Going into this, we had no idea his credentials or
zero clue,
like who he was. And like, come to find out, we're talking to him a little bit before the podcast and just hearing his experience with basketball and his upbringing with it. It was incredible. We're just sitting here like, oh my God, we lucked out. We really did. We hope you guys appreciate, a player who's like on the come up, on the cusp of at least making it to the G League. We hope you appreciate his perspective on what it's like, because we can't offer you that, unfortunately, but so happy we had Lincoln on to provide that.
I hope we're able to do more episodes with him in the future.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because he was awesome.
Yeah, he was a great guy. Love talking to him. But yeah, I don't know. So,
cool.
Lincoln, again, thank you so much. You are awesome. We wish you the best of luck going forward in your workouts, tryouts, all that. And we'll definitely be rooting for you here on the 50 Shades of NBA podcast.
You are quite literally officially my favorite player.
Yeah. And you know what? I mean it. You get to a G League team, you'll have 2 jerseys we'll be rocking for sure.
Happily. Proudly.
Yeah, damn straight.
It'd be so cool. Oh, who's that? I just got his phone number, man.
Lincoln Bernhard, no big deal. Our March Madness bracket winner.
What a guy.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
That'd be so cool.
That would be.
That'd be so sick.
But yeah, shout out you again. Thank you. Look forward to hearing from you in the future, and best of luck. But yeah, continuing on with our list, we have Boogie Cousins, who is signing to Puerto Rico and playing for one of their teams.
DeMarcus Cousins should be in the NBA right now.
Yeah, well, like mixed into that news of him going to Puerto Rico and playing, he said he thinks he's a top 3, or he would be the 3rd best center in the league right now.
That's crazy talk.
I don't know about that. Don't know about that.
You're definitely top 30.
Absolutely.
You're definitely
top
a starting
30.
Center on Charlotte.
Yeah. No. Oh my God, dude. I'd love to see him in Charlotte. I would love that.
Boogie did great for Denver last year.
He did. He just had, his usual attitude and behavioral issues, but he's productive. When he's on the court, he's productive.
One of the best.
Yeah.
One of the best centers of our lifetime, realistically.
Yeah. I was watching actually Boogie Cousins highlights the other day, and the segment on the dude's TikTok was, man, I love how that guy gets positioned. Something like that, but it was just highlights of Boogie Cousins in the paint and his footwork in there, just absolutely abusing centers and smaller defenders. It was beautiful.
He's quite literally one of the best centers, like in our entire probably lives.
Yeah. I mean, when he was on the court and healthy.
Yeah. At peak Boogie Cousins could give anyone buckets.
Yeah.
He gave your favorite player buckets.
He literally did. Whether you like to admit it or not.
Any night. Does not matter. Mm-hmm. Boogie Cousins deserves to still be in the NBA.
Absolutely.
In terms of talent level.
Yeah.
If it really is just like such high levels of concern about his like work ethic and his type of thought process and things, like, yeah, I hear you, but at the same time, he's kind of worth it.
Yeah.
He's not like a bad guy by any means.
No, he's not.
He gets technical fouls and he's
passionate about the game.
And some coaches are like, he has attitude, but it's not like he's a bad person.
No, he's not.
He seems to be a great person for all we know. And he's a fantastic basketball player.
Yep.
So I think he should have a contract. That being said, he's going to average like 85 in Puerto Rico.
He's going to have the Dwight Howard
so much
Taiwan
better than the
league,
Dwight Howard,
but like
Taiwan
consistently.
League. So much better. Like legitimately probably 85 and 40.
I wouldn't be shocked if
I bet he
that's
gets
a
an
stat
80
line.
and 40 a game.
Okay.
That's
I'm not even going to say no, but
that's kind of crazy. But still, it's possible because he's that good and he's going to the Puerto Rico League.
Yep. That's just the reality of it.
That being said, good luck.
Good luck, Boogie. We love you.
We should take a trip down to Puerto Rico when he
Go
plays.
visit him?
Go watch his game
Okay.
and see if we can get out of there with jerseys, Boogie Cousins jerseys.
You said that and it reminded me of when he was on the Bucks, right? He was on the
video,
Bucks. This fan went up and he's literally practically courtside. He has a Boogie Cousins jersey on and he's just trying to get an autograph. He ends up getting it from Boogie Cousins and he was excited. The fan was excited. And then security was all butthurt for whatever reason.
Yeah, they were like, because
they were like trying to kick him out.
Right after COVID year. Right?
Yeah, it was.
The Bucks, and they were like, "Get out!" Like,
you can't be down here.
And Boogie was like, "Chill out."
Yeah,
he literally was like, "Chill out," and then signed the jersey. That deep.
Yeah,
and it was. I think the guy is a really big Boogie Cousins fan. Like,
yeah, he has a good platform.
NBA Twitter.
Absolutely. So that was funny, and you said that, and immediately thought of that.
I love.
So
Boogie.
He's not a bad guy. Not a bad guy. Passionate about.
He's got his fans back.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love Boogie Cousins.
Haynes has his, but shout out you, Boogie. Shout out you. And then
I miss you.
Yeah, we do. We really do.
I think you could be top 10 center.
I wouldn't say immediately, but like a year back, I'd say a year 2 return. He could be a top 10.
I'd say right now you drop him in the league, top 10 center.
Word. All right.
He's not going to be top 5, but he's going to be top 10.
Nah, not top 5. Top 5 is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But I like it.
I like it too.
But moving on to the Sacramento Kings, who we talked about their G League team a little bit earlier, but what we have here is the Kings offense. Is it better than the Warriors offense, like ever? So looking at
that's
the
crazy.
KD years, looking at
I don't remember when this quote or who this quote came from.
Yeah.
Right. I just saw it on NBA Central, like across my page.
Yep.
That's a crazy quote.
It's huge. Yeah. The dude, more context on that. He was like, I've been around the Kings locker room all year and this offense that they have is better than the Warriors have ever had. Maybe he's just saying that to gas up the Kings because that's who they're playing in the first round is the Warriors, which totally understand. Like, I'd be trying to gas them up too, but that's a hot take.
It is a hot take.
That's a hot take.
That being said, I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong too. I think the Warriors have the greatest offense. I think probably 2 of their 3 years they had the greatest offense, or 2 of whatever years they have the 2 greatest offenses of all time, and they're basically just the same offense. The 2 years with KD, was it 2 years that he played there?
Yeah, I think 2 years.
The 2 years with KD, that's insane.
Maybe 3 years.
You sure?
Because he had 2. He won
Does
2
he have
rings.
2 chips? Okay, then he had to be in there 3 years. So, but whatever it is, the years with Kevin Durant, I don't think we've ever seen an offense that potent.
Yeah.
And that we'll ever see an offense that potent ever again. I don't think the Harden CP3 Rockets, I think they're the closest thing. I think they're in second. And I think they don't even get close.
And that was a ridiculously efficient and high scoring offense too.
Yep.
So for 2018-2019 year, the Warriors had a offensive rating of 115.9.
Okay.
Yep. I'll look at
115.9. I'll keep it fresh.
2019, 2020. In 2020 they had 115.9 again. Give me a second. That might be wrong. Okay. 105.2.
So 115.9 is our benchmark.
Yeah, I'll go 2017 2018 now. See what that's looking like.
And do you know what the Kings are?
I'll pull it up after. In 2017, 2018, 113.6. Now we'll do the Kings. 2023 Kings. Yeah. With that, though, the Kings have the most highest rated offense in the league, but also a very bottom tier defense.
I think it's like 28th.
Yeah, it's
real bad.
Really bad.
It's a real stinker. That being said, I don't care about the numbers. I'm not an analytics guy, even though every other day I am. What is it?
Kings offensive rating this season, 119.4.
Holy crap.
So analytically speaking, in some of the Warriors' best years, this Kings offense is better. Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that. Oh my God. Looking at the stats, yes.
Looking at the eye test still, yes?
looking at the eye test, I would prefer the Warriors.
Okay, cool. That being said, I've only watched one Kings game this year.
I've watched a couple when they play the Jazz, and for whatever reason, half of them were nail biters that the Kings would
eke out.
Yeah, that they'd eke out, all but like one I was watching. But yeah, their offense is kind of like that. I won't lie. And shout out Fox for being number one in clutch points, because watching those games when it got low, like 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, he took over. He flipped a switch and pretty much every bucket he was pulling was going in.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
That's
damn.
insane.
All right. Sacramento Kings. Best offense.
We have to watch some Kings playoffs this year.
We got to. Yeah, we got
I have to.
Thankfully, the Kings are in the playoffs. Shout out Sacramento.
3 seed.
Yeah, 3 seed, bro.
Look at them.
Talk about overachieving from preseason expectations.
We definitely did not have them as high as a 3 seed.
No.
I don't think I had them higher than a 6 seed.
We'll have to go back.
They might have missed the playoffs on mine.
I think I was in a
them.
similar boat. I don't think I had. I had the Wolves, like top 4 team in the West. And I was a believer of the Gobert project. We see how that looked or worked out for him.
Bad.
Very bad.
Very bad.
But
that's crazy.
Yeah, we got to revisit that. Maybe it'll be on our socials. I don't really want to wait till next week because I feel like, I'll just wait till next week. We can lead with that. Maybe,
Yeah. Might as well.
Right. Yeah, might as well.
Might as well. But we'll also talk about how the 76ers won their first 2 games, I think, would be.
Okay.
Against the Nets.
Yeah, against the Nets.
Philly's
like
got
that,
Brooklyn.
that matchup.
It's over.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying
Philly's
that. I take it back.
win.
I'm going to knock on some wood,
should.
Nathan. Gently.
I don't know.
Gently. Knock on some wood.
Okay,
gently.
knocking on wood gently.
Thank you.
But I do like the Nets. I like Bridges so much. He's such a fun player to watch. And shout out to him, bro. 83 games played this season. For reference, the basketball season is 82 games.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he got that extra one because of the trade.
That's so crazy.
But yeah, he's an Iron Man.
He really is.
He's a freaking Iron Man.
He hasn't missed a game since being in the league.
Yeah. And even in college and high school, like he
That's
either missed
crazy.
on one hand, you could count how many games or not at all.
Holy crap.
Props to him. I don't
Shout
know
out
what
Mikal
you're doing.
Bridges. You should be a Philadelphia 76er. The most pain I can feel in my life is when I see that picture of Mikal Bridges in the Sixers hat looking so happy.
Uh-huh.
And then when he got traded, he didn't know he got traded, but everyone else did. He was giving a live interview.
Oh, my God.
He's like, yeah, like I'm so happy to play for Philadelphia. I played at Nova, blah, blah, blah. Like, so happy. He's like, and then it just underneath it just says like Mikal Bridges traded to the Suns for, I think, pick 14 in the 2014 first from the Heat.
Okay.
That was then used in the Tobias Harris trade. The Sixers sent to the Clippers in exchange Landry Shamet, Wilson Chandler, and that first for Tobias Harris and Mike Scott.
Wasn't Boban in there?
And Boban. My
Come
bad.
on, bro. Boban.
I'm so sorry.
Bobby.
And then Philadelphia did Toby dirty by letting Bobby walk. And they're like, he couldn't even play in the playoffs. The next year, he was playing significant minutes in the playoffs.
Unbelievable.
We were starting whatever that one bus from Detroit was, the center.
Oh, sheesh. Drummond?
Greg Monroe.
Oh.
Greg Monroe. We were starting Greg Monroe at center.
That was my bad.
when
Andre
Embiid was
Drummond. He said bust. You're not a bust.
Kind of a bust.
No, he's not a bust. He had a solid. He's had a solid career.
He had an all right career. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. Greg Monroe, bust though.
Yeah, Greg Monroe, bro. Oh my God.
We were starting Greg Monroe or Jared Sullinger. One of those two.
Ooh.
I think it was Greg Monroe, which was not good.
Not at all.
I always confuse them two.
Yeah.
Greg Monroe and Jared Sullinger are the same person in my brain oftentimes.
I respect it. Similar to that Jared and Mo Spates. I don't know why. I always have those two confused in my head.
Okay, Mo Spates would be elite.
I love Mo Spates. Yeah, we were talking about this at lunch the other day, and I love Mo Spates. Watching him again on those Warriors teams,
A lot of fun.
I hated him because he played for the Warriors, and I'm a hater. Everyone knows I'm a hater.
You are a hater.
And I was hating on the Warriors, but watching Mo Spates play, bro, it got me teed up.
It was
a little bit secretly.
Cool.
I didn't tell nobody.
On the deep.
Yeah, on the DL. I love Mo Spates. I'd rock a Mo Spates jersey, dude.
Yeah?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Send us free jerseys, NBA.
Yeah, come on. Come
we
on.
talk.
Yeah.
We know ball.
Got connections. Well, according to Trey, I might not.
Ball.
Yeah, my
You don't know ball
credentials might
sometimes.
be stripped.
Your Damian Lillard take was just so wrong that it was just flabbergasting to me.
Okay. Just move on.
I can't.
All right. I
gave you like facts and you went, that's just your opinion.
Yeah, I said, well, hey. It's not unheard of to ignore facts. We just ignored facts with the Warriors having a better all-time offense than the Sacramento Kings this season. So it's not unheard of.
It's not unheard of.
To ignore stats.
Nathan, I thought you were going to go political here, and I was panicking.
Nah.
I was absolutely panicking. I was like, I am not ready for this to be a political podcast.
No, I don't even know where I'd go with it, to be honest.
I don't think we should go anywhere with it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm talking about the offensive rating.
Rating.
We both just ignored that. We said eye test, yes.
Yeah, but everyone's offensive rating goes up every year.
That's fair.
We gotta figure out the inflation rate for offensive rating.
Ooh, that's a great point.
That'd be a fun little mini lunch.
Oh my God.
We'll do that on Friday. Find the inflation rate for offensive rating.
That's fun. Okay. Wow. Okay. That might be, and not might be, but it's probably a very unique take.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be really fun.
That'd be awesome. Trademark patent pending offensive NBA inflation rate.
Offensive rating, NBA inflation rate.
Yep. What he said.
Damn. Patent pending. That'd be really fun.
That'd be awesome.
Be super simple.
It would have to be.
It's literally just math.
Yeah. Ones and twos.
Yeah.
The birds and the bees and the 1, 2, trees.
Not the birds.
Just the second part. Yeah, just the second
part.
But that's where my mind went.
Yeah, you could tell that we just hit the end of our spreadsheet too, because we made a birds and bees joke.
We did. But real quick, I do want to check in on the play-in game.
Good.
Yep. As any
real
basketball
NBA fan would do. I think I'm back on being a fan of the play-in game.
I like it.
I like it. I wish it was just this, like the 7, 8, 9, or like the 8, 9.
I think
the fact that it goes down to 10 is crazy.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Like just let the 8, 9 play out a game.
I think 10 it might be a little much.
10's insane.
Yeah.
Then again, we haven't had any like awesome play-in games yet.
Yeah. Right now, Hawks are leading the Heat by 6, 7:40 left.
Nice.
All right, Heat. Come on, Jimmy Buckets, bro. Step up.
He can't step up anymore. He's not in Philadelphia.
What do you mean?
I miss him so much, Nathan.
I was going to say, he's been stepping up. He's been killing the Heat on his back. The bubble, bro.
I miss Jimmy Butler.
That Heat would have been blown out of the water against the Lakers in the bubble.
Would you trade James Harden for Jimmy Butler?
If I'm the Sixers? No.
Okay. I think I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. No, I think Harden and Embiid play so well together.
And they just keep getting better every game.
Yeah, they really do.
I love it.
Yeah.
Shout out James Harden for going from the greatest one-on-one scorer in the league, one of the greatest, to one of the greatest playmakers in the league. He also, shout this out real quick.
Yep.
James Harden just passed Bob Cousy for all-time assist record.
Okay, but
he's like 20th.
James Harden can't guard all 5 positions. Bob Cousy can. It's an inside joke. I think we told you guys earlier, but
we probably did. If we didn't, live with the secret.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dog is really excited about Bob Cousy, apparently.
Yeah, he's a big Bob Cousy supporter.
We should get him a Bob Cousy jersey. NBA, send us a Bob Cousy jersey for a dog.
Cousy.
He's 14 pounds.
Yep. Very small, petite little guy. Yeah. So I got faith in the Heat still. Pull that one out. T-Wolves losing. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Big news here. Happened at school. Trey got the first ever award, and it is the Sport Marketing and Management Industry Engagement Award. So I'll let you talk more about it, but basically this award was created because Trey is outstanding at what he does, and his connections and passion for basketball and sports in general is why he got this. And just tell us a little more.
So everyone tells me this is the first time that this award's been given. I don't know if that's true.
Dr. C said it.
I don't
per sources. Per sources.
Per Dr. C, who is the one who gave it to me.
Yeah, also shout out him. He gave us a shout out. Okay.
Yeah. So the award ceremony was today. We're both seniors at our college, so we're about to finish up university, and which is crazy. At the end of this month, we're done.
Bonkers.
No longer students until I go to grad school.
Yep.
But there was an award ceremony, and I was given the award for Sport Marketing and Management Industry Engagement Award, right? For engaging with the industry of sport marketing and management, which is my major.
Makes sense.
Presented by Dr. Kevin Catani. He gave us a quick little shout out to the 50 Shades of NBA pod. So if you found us from there,
everyone there, so
a lot of people, a lot of professors, a lot of students. He opened it up by saying, "How's everybody's day?" And no one responded.
Trey in the auditorium.
So very happily, I was like, "Good, how are you?"
Yep.
And he just pointed at me.
It was hilarious.
It was pretty good
on the top row, and I was crackling.
Were you only were there only 2 people on the entire top?
There was like maybe 10, and we were all spread out. So
it's really funny. I saw you up there. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
So I got an award today.
Yes, you did.
As a senior in sport marketing management at the University of Dubuque, sport marketing and management industry engagement award. Potentially, I got a little trophy with it. Potentially the first time this award has been given.
I'm saying it is.
Kira said the same thing. I have no idea.
Okay, it wasn't there last year.
I don't remember it last year.
Yep, it wasn't there. You're a first timer. It should be named the Trey Barnett Award.
I will talk to Kevin about it.
Okay.
I'll be
tomorrow at lunch.
Tomorrow in class.
Okay. Yeah. And then at lunch. Perfect. I like
this is crazy.
Also, shout out my freshman year roommate, William Kololewski.
Wilco!
Student of the year. So he was acknowledged for his efforts both in the classroom, around the UD community, just for being outstanding, both in the classroom again and
just a great guy.
Yeah, his passion to help other people, and that award was voted on by faculty and staff at the university. So, no, I didn't vote in it, but I would have voted, for Wilco if he was on there.
I would have voted for you.
Thanks, Trey.
Yeah,
honestly, my vote would have been torn. You and Trey get a 0.5 each.
I'm good with that. Will deserves it.
Yeah, he got that, and super proud of him. One of my best buddies. Yeah, shout out you, Will.
I get an attitude too often to win that award.
Yeah, word. I appreciate that though. Makes you real.
Makes me real.
Yeah, Will's from Utah. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body.
True.
Not that has anything to do with Utah.
It's just also a fact.
Up. Yeah, it is a fact and a half.
Yeah, it was pretty great. And then last year, I will shout out real quick, Nathan Mueller also got an award last year for Psychology Student of the Year.
No, it was just Psychology Award.
Psychology Award.
One other lady.
It was pretty good. It was pretty, it's nothing too shabby, Nathan.
Thanks, bro.
I always forget. What's your actual major?
Criminal Justice and Psychology. Oh, in the pamphlet, though, I got acknowledged for my internship. So that was cool.
That's pretty cool.
For both.
Nice.
Both of them. So I was like,
that's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
I made the Dean's List, by the way.
Damn straight.
Did you see that?
Welcome
it's
to
in
the club,
It's in the pamphlet. It says Dean's List Trey Barnett.
Way to go, Trey.
I don't think I had a high enough GPA for Dean's List.
Well,
I think I had a 3.4. And isn't Dean's List 3.5?
It's 3.5.
Pretty sure I have a 3.4 this semester.
Doubt it.
And last semester, I definitely didn't. I think I had 3. I might have had 3.5 last semester.
Yeah, because it was fall and spring.
I'm blown away.
Yeah. Shout out Trey.
What did I have last semester? I don't remember last semester.
Up.
Yeah, I was doing things.
You're G for that.
I had khakis on, which that's
looking
not
sharp.
That's not a big thing for. I had a polo.
Yep.
That's not like a big thing for people, but like for me, if you know me, that's crazy talk.
It really was. Out of characteristic. I'm watching. Yeah, I have the Heat and Hawks.
I keep seeing it play on your face. And I'm like,
my bad.
What is the lights?
I was curious, man.
Oh yeah, of course you are.
Oh my God, 102-91 Hawks. Okay, so going back to Trae Young really quick. If the Hawks do end up making it, and let's say, win a game or two, they're in the playoffs. Why would you move on from them?
What's he gonna win you?
Bro?
What's he gonna win you?
You get rid of Clint Capella.
They can't
find
get rid
someone
of Clint
else,
Capella.
bro.
Trae Young likes Clint Capella.
I don't care.
Well, that's the thing. You don't want to make him mad. Well, you want to trade him. Also, you see Trae Young's quote about being traded? He's like, maybe it will. He's like, maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows? And then walks away.
That's hilarious. Also, shout out Quinn Snyder.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Shout out Quinn Snyder.
Not
Mafia
shouting out.
boss, bro.
Not shouting him out. I like Nate McMillan more.
Well, okay.
I like Nate McMillan a lot.
I like Nate too, but I like Quinn because former Jazz
I am happy
coach.
Nate McMillan got fired from the Pacers though originally because that sent Rick Carlisle to the Pacers, which gave us that little connection.
That's what's up.
To Coach Mike.
Coach Mike.
I hope you're listening.
We do, yeah. And come on the pod.
Even
One
if you
day.
don't come in the pod.
Yeah. We just like you.
We just like you.
Yeah, we're a fan. Let's get a Coach Mike jersey. That's kind of cool.
Just show up courtside to Pacers games.
Coach Mike. That's what it says on the back.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. But word.
We'll do the seat geek thing where we see which seats aren't sold and we'll go courtside.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
Like, Coach Mike.
Mm-hmm. Look. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we got this.
That's awesome.
Keep an eye out.
Stay tuned.
That
Till
being
next
said,
season.
I think that is all I got.
Yeah, that's all I have too.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Kevin P. Catani
Okay.
just responded to your tweet that you made earlier on the 50 Shades of NBA.
Yeah, guys.
Congrats at Trae B_PSN. Excited to see what the future
Go
holds for you.
blow that up. Okay.
It
I
kinda
tweeted
did
out
for
earlier.
us.
And I don't know. It's really cool. Just show love to Trey and his awesome accomplishments.
I did a thing.
He did a thing. He did a thing all right. He's
The
going to do
thing
more things
has
in the
been
future.
did.
Consider it thung. Boom.
That
The
really-
thing has been thunged.
I like that one.
Thank you.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
You know ball now. You can have it back.
That's what's up. You hear me?
I think that's it. All. I think
Yeah,
that's all I
that's
got.
all we got.
That was a
That's all we
fun
got.
pod.
Yep.
We hit an hour too.
Perfect.
Look at
Love
us.
it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah.
It's been
Good
really
night.
fun.
Yeah, it really has. It's
It's
been real.
It's been fun.
It's been really fun.
It has been.
And
Man,
with
shout
that,
out Lincoln.
Shout out Lincoln. We love
Shout out
you.
Lincoln.
Got fans here in Dubuque, Iowa now.
Rooting for you.
Damn
Day
straight.
and night.
Day and night. Except when I'm sleeping.
That's the night part.
I don't sleep in the night.
Root for him. What? What are you doing? I don't.
I'm always on the grind.
What grind? DoorDash?
No, 2K, basketball
Oh, that's true.
reference.
You did text me super late at night.
I did. Okay. Not the end
Run
of the
into it.
podcast.
Run into it.
Okay, I rebuilt the Trailblazers in one off season. So Portland, what are you doing? Okay. It was so
your team?
easy.
Who's your team?
My team, it consisted, I kept Damian Lillard and Simons. And then I had Sharp in the playoffs eventually play my small forward. And then I drafted Walker, what's his first name? Because Jarace Walker.
Jarace Walker.
Yeah, 2K has it in there as like Jared Walker. So
Yeah, so there's a
fix
glitch
that.
on created draft classes when you upload them to like the 2K download server, right? The created draft classes is basically when you have a player who has a name that hasn't ever been in the NBA before.
Yep.
You can't add it because you know how they give you like the suggestions for names.
Yep.
So there's never been a Jarace. So they type in Jarace, it doesn't pop up. It auto
So
makes
he's
it
Jared.
be Jared. Yep.
Yeah, so I had Lillard, Simons, DeAndre Ayton, who I traded for in a nice salary match because I signed Kuzma and Mo Wagner and traded those two to the Suns to get Ayton. And I didn't think that was super unrealistic, maybe those two players specifically, but obviously Ayton had some offseason turmoil with the Suns, so maybe this offseason, is his time to go. But that's how I justified it anyway. And I got rid of Nurkic to free up cap to sign him or to sign the other two. I had Jarace Walker. The Jazz offered me Ochai Omai Abaji, so of course I took it. And then signed some vets like Jay Crowder and Chetty Osman. Yeah, that was my squad.
That was a championship team right
Championship MF and team. And bro, DeAndre Ayton was the finals MVP. It wasn't Dame. Dame dropped 50 in the last game in a blowout over the Sixers. Sixers were a 7 seed in the finals too.
Weird.
It was 2K, so maybe that's why the Blues
2K's
won.
weird.
But there you go. That's how I'm ending it.
Okay, it's been real.
It's been fun.
And it's been real fun. Deuces.
Deuces.